Next up, I have no more biographies, so I'm going to make the rest up. Next, we have Dana. Dana is a teacher at my school, and she inspires me daily over lunch when she tells us about her adventures with animals. She's worked her whole life interacting with animals, wrangling seahorses. I always think of a tiny cowboy, but that's probably not how it was. But she did work there, and she's very inspiring, and she's a teacher at my school, and that's all I got, really. Anything else?
That's about it.
Okay, I'll leave it to you.
Thanks.
Thank you. If you could just stand here in front of the camera for just a second, and I'll turn off the lights.
All right, I made this slideshow almost a year ago, I think. I switched out the slides at the end. I used to work for, and I currently volunteer a nonprofit called HawkQuest. You can see it written on my sleeve there. It's a 501c3. They take care of about 36 non-releasable raptors. They do over 500 events a year. Most of those are school lectures, which is where I fell in love with teaching. We take the birds, and we have a few different programs that we do, but we usually bring in a hawk, an owl, an eagle, and a falcon. We fly the hawk around. It's really fun. We don't just go to schools. We also do public events. I think this is at the Colorado Indian Market at the Merchandise Mart. There we've got a gyrfalcon, a Eurasian eagle owl, a bald eagle. Hopefully you instantly recognized your national symbol. One of the really fun things that we do as a fundraiser during the public events is we do pictures with the birds. People can have their picture taken, and the really fun part for the handler is squatting down and hiding behind someone. So it's just them and the bird. It's really fun when you get a 2 or 3 year old little person up there and you're trying to hide behind them. One of the really fun things that we do are special events. This was a wedding up in, I think, Breckenridge, and it was a surprise for everybody that we were there. The bride loves owls, and I kind of snuck up behind them when they pronounced them man and wife, and they turned around and saw this huge owl right behind them. We also do photo shoots with the birds. This is at Bear Creek Lake Park, and we pose the birds. We put them up in trees and on rocks. This is a peregrine falcon, dear little buddy of mine that passed away last year, and we would set him up on the rock, and I would kind of hide beneath the rock while people took pictures. We exercise all the birds, not just for their physical well-being, but also for their emotional and mental health. This is our 27-year-old golden eagle named Alex. It's one of my favorite pictures. This is one of our bald eagles. It's one of the younger ones, I can tell, because she has a couple brown tail feathers still. You can see some speckling there. It takes about 7 years for them to get a fully white head and tail. I started training this bird when we received her. She was about 2.5 years old, and I was working with Ken Kittigwa, the owner of HawkQuest. This is a Harris's hawk. They have 11 Harris hawks at HawkQuest. This is one of my favorite ones. He's kind of naughty, and he likes to, when we take him out into the field, we do a program where the children get to watch them hunt cooperatively, which is one of the unique aspects of Harris hawks. There's four of them up in this tree, and the one in the previous slide, he especially enjoys, especially at Bear Creek Lake Park, flying away from the groups of school children over to the creek and taking a bath in the middle of the creek. One of my favorite memories is when he was about 1/4 mile away, and he flew all the way to me when I called. And there was about 3 feet of snow 1/4 mile away, so it was pretty nice of him to do that. This is that same little peregrine falcon. Not that he was trying to be nice. It's not about that. This is one of the peregrine falcons, and we took him out and was flying him at Bear Creek. This is a red-tailed hawk. We see them all over Colorado. They don't get that red tail until after they're 1 year old. And around this time of year, there's a lot of dark-phased red-tailed hawks that are migrating down from the Arctic. They're very dark. They look similar to the Harris hawk, and many of them don't have red tails. One of my favorite birds, an American kestrel. It's the one of the smallest falcons in the world, definitely the smallest falcon in the United States. They're about the size of a robin. They live here year-round. The females leave, go to Mexico for the winter, and down into South America. We have a turkey vulture we take care of too. We kind of talked Ken into getting one. He wasn't too crazy about it, but she's stolen many hearts. She's a very social bird because they live in large groups, so she charms a lot of people. You might be surprised. This was at Evergreen Lake House for the Earth Day Fair. This is a picture of the vulture, and it's one of my favorite shots. I didn't realize until afterwards when I put it on my computer screen that she was looking into the camera when I took the picture. Again, just very social, very interested in people and dead rats. This is a long-eared owl. Looks like a miniature great horned owl. Those feathers on its head, they're not horns, they're just feathers that stick up. Breaks up their silhouette just like the mottled coloration. I remember this day pretty clearly because I thought that rabbit brush, wow, it looks just like the color of his eyes. This is not a life-size picture. This is a screech owl, and they're a little smaller than a can of soda. You can see he's sitting on the glove there. These are all over Colorado, but we just rarely notice them because they only come out, of course, at night. This is a great horned owl. I guess I really loaded up this presentation with owl pictures. Worked out well for October. Great horned owls are one of the few owls that actually hoot. There are only 4 species out of 19 in the United States that hoot. In Colorado, we only have 2 species that hoot, and they all have very different sounding hoots. Volunteering with HawkQuest has I've developed a reputation in my parents' neighborhood in Sedalia, and every time someone finds an injured owl, they contact me. I contact the Birds of Prey Foundation, and often I'm going and collecting the bird with my giant gloves and bringing it to the rehab center. This July, I got married, and we brought the birds to the wedding. My husband's brother-in-law has this awesome cougar, and I didn't realize how American of a picture this would be until. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. That's great. I went to that wedding, and it was amazing. Was it a hawk that brought the ring to you? I don't remember. Was it a hawk that brought the ring down the aisle to you? Or
to me.
Yes.
Phrasing there. To me. That was the intention.
Yes, it was supposed to go to you. It went to a tree. It was really exciting. I will always remember that. It was my son's first wedding. And now he expects all weddings to be that much fun.